Hello again, this is Crow, the engineer for TLB. Be showing you some match footage from our game on Monday against Destroy All Things. Gonna have to apologize, I do not have the first half. For whatever reason, that demo file got corrupted. I was having some router issues, and I wonder if me constantly lagging in and out of the game was causing some of the problems. We were up 3-0 at the half. Here we are rolling out to mid. I stopped using the Wrangler at mid, plain and simply because it was kind of a waste of time. What usually ended up happening was X would get to their corner and kind of just mow them down and do ridiculous amounts of damage, so me having a Wrangler in the back didn't really do much, because as you can see already, we had them kind of cornered back there from the start, so it made more sense for me to be more of a combat class. Found the spy here who I guess was just going to try and ignore me, but I didn't really want to go away. Yeah. We had some subs and shenanigans ended up playing after the first half. They popped Uber, and I love when teams do this. You pop Uber and then I get ignored or whatever. I mean, because I'm an engineer, it's quite a few shots on the medic here. But yeah, I really like it when teams just ignore me, because it allows me, I mean, I can put out some damage. I got killed by the Gru there, which was kind of funny. It was actually a lot longer of a mid-fight than some of them had been. But, I mean, with all due respect to DAT, they were some cool people and they were fun to play against. At mid, we didn't particularly feel like we were in any threat of losing it by the time the second half started. So, like I said, I wasn't going to play passive engineer. I was going to play down to mini sentry and just, and start attacking from the start. Hassan's got a nice headshot there. Here I am again, watching the flanks, kind of poking in and out, seeing if I can get anybody to follow me. Also, kudos to Ropeburn, who came back in for the second half and ended up playing Pyro, I think with 300 ping. I think it's something about, Ropeburn was our engineer for last season. I think it's something about playing engineer on this team, because my ping was around like 100, 140 for a good chunk of this, and it wasn't normally. My router seems to have issues around 9 o'clock at night, which is a problem, obviously. But whatever. Here again, we're pushing into the second point. And just try to do damage as our just watching this. This isn't quite a flank as much as it is just he's gonna die here. I wanted to see if I could get a mini sentry, and the coastline actually came in after I had called for medic and got a rather clutch. Picked me up pretty well, which was just really good on his part. Because I thought I was going to die, so I was like, I'm going to place a mini sentry even after I die. Hopefully I can get some damage to come out. But I got saved. Spy behind us. The spy was very passive a lot of the time. He was very much kind of like, I'll stay at spawn and, get rid of your teleporters. Make sure, he basically harassed me the entire game. Which, I mean, it's annoying for me, and to be quite honest, it's absolutely infuriating to play against spies who do that. But at the same time, I would rather play against spies that do that than, are very aggressive and end up getting a lot of med picks because of it. Oh, that random dead killed me. I did not see the stickies in the top left. I saw that one down there and assumed he trapped the inside door. And I was really sad. Because their demo was on the back point, and I think when we pushed in, he threw a sticky and deaded it, and I was sad. Yeah, I accidentally pulled up my sentry bind there, not my teleporter. So I had to do that. I believe, yeah, we kind of lost second here. I don't remember what for. So they pushed back out. Again, rock that flank. I saw the sniper and wanted to have nothing to do with him at that range. There. Scout got on top of my head, and there wasn't much I could do about it. Did a snipe when that happened, but excuse me. Gave me a chance to come back and reset this, even though I think we were gonna end up recapping second anyway. Well, that was interesting. Don't know what that was. Yeah, let's rebuild it again here. This map was interesting. I know a lot of people say this map is kind of stalemating, and there at times it showed, but I find that this 5 CP map more than most has more dynamic like mid and second points. I think last is a little harder to push, especially because we were running crits for a little while, which I don't particularly agree with this map. But again, that's not my call to play engineer. I mean, without spoiler alert, we ended up winning, so I mean it worked. But last is particularly difficult to push in because of how open it is. If you have a wrangled level 3 sentry, that's the other thing too. Is there's not really any good spots for a level 3 sentry. They're all, not too terribly difficult to get rid of. The problem is because of how wide open it is, you have to focus your efforts on that sentry. And by that time, you focus a bunch of time on the sentry, and you have no focus on any of their players, which is a problem. But so we decided we'd try crits and kind of hope that our spy could help take out the sentry. I was kind of upset that Ragin didn't call that there was a soldier chasing him there. I'm not gonna lie. It's another thing. Call out everything you can, as a player. It may not seem like much, like, soldier chasing on your right side, but I was looking at that entrance. I was gonna see if I could place like a sentry in there to hopefully pick off anybody who tried to go to our far right up on that back right corner up there. But I obviously wasn't able to again because I got picked by the soldier. And here we see again that there's spy at our spawn camping our teleporter. Again, frustrating, but like I said, I'd rather him be back there than all up in our combos grill. So, X, throwing pipes. Demo man, easy class. Just kidding, I'm terrible at it. Yeah, this was... We did not know how to push last worth teams, I'm not gonna lie. So, yeah, we popped crits here. I don't know what happened. I like for this point, kind of waiting. I like doing a delayed push. I actually forgot where I put my teleporter, so I forgot that demo was. Finally got the spy. I forgot where I put my teleporter, so I forgot that it was back there. So I was really confused why X was walking towards our center. Here's the spy. I feel like part of the stalematiness of this map is teams not necessarily knowing, or there's not really a good way it's been discovered to push last. Because I've watched different casts and scrims and on a lot, and I really like how dynamic the rest of this map is. It is so easy to push and push back and whatnot. The last is particularly more difficult. This was kind of funny. Their sniper got me Girardi'd. Ran out of, I don't know why. I somehow switched to off of the gunslinger. I think I ended up running out of ammo and then picked it up on the way. So I just pulled out my melee and started whacking at them with that, and I ended up getting a pop, or their medic to force the pop because of it, so I'll take it. Not the prettiest force pop in the world, but force is a force. I think we ended up using that to our advantage as well, because I believe our meds stayed up, if I'm correct. I don't remember entirely. I really like this spot on the roof for mini sentries because it gives you a little bit of cover because it's on a roof and at an angle, and at the same time it can look at both the entrances on the left. So, and our combo was over on the right, as you can see. So I wanted to make sure that the left side was covered. Even if you're not watching your sentry, just having a sentry up and paying attention to, you know, the dings that you hear. Bumped into a spy there, but yeah, I wasn't gonna be able to find him. So like, even if I'm not necessarily with my sentry and watching the doors, as soon as I hear, you know, the ding that says that it's hitting somebody, I know, hey, somebody's on left side, come check that out. And for the record, someone commented on it actually in my last video. I don't use the ding hit sound. It's only on my max side because I think it's humorous. I don't know if I could play with it all the time. I used to, but I feel like it'd probably end up getting irritating. So yeah, it is just when I'm doing these recordings on my max side, it's not actually something I play with. Don't worry. Spy once again, kind of rolling around. Yeah, we got really friendly with their second to last point. Excuse me. We were chilling here for many a time. Oh, yeah, we actually did switch to Uber. Yay. From 4 and I were just kind of waiting here. Yeah. Their demo is so ridiculously lit from that, and I have no idea how he didn't go down. But another chance to load up my teleporter. But it's probably gonna get again taken down. I can't decide whether or not I like this map for Highlander, because like I said, I really like the middle points, and I can't decide whether or not this last is just incredibly difficult to push, or we're just really bad at pushing it, because I've seen it go both ways. I wanted to get behind them a bit here, let's see if I could do damage, because we were about to push in and their sniper got me. It's not how you hold a sniper rifle sniper. Yeah, and more waiting to push last. I'd upgrade this, I guess. 60 seconds. Oh, I think this is the game where we ended up resetting because we were sitting at their second for so long, and because they would try and push out a lot of the times when I was dead, and it would get, you know, wiped off, and we'd try and push in, and we weren't able to do it, and it went back and forth, and nobody accomplished anything. So probably, yeah, screw this. Shenanigans happen, and shenanigans was, yeah. I think what we tried to do here, I don't remember what happened or not, we were again gonna go super aggressive and try and get my wits. Just what we really wanted to try and do here is get really aggressive at mid and just roll through straight to last, because obviously if you have time to put up, we knew that the moment that after the last couple of rounds that if we let them set a defense on last, we were having issues pushing it. So we were like, you know, let's go man mode here. Let's see if we can get them. The problem is that by this point, and they did it a couple of times, I think they stopped contesting mid, which actually worked out in their favor, because one of the rounds that we won in the first half was because they ended up contesting mid, and we ended up almost wiping them and rolling straight through the last. So we were really kind of hoping that they'd be like, oh, there's not much time left and we're 3 down, you know, we'll have to go big, and we were hoping that we could meet their aggression with our aggression, and we felt pretty comfortable that we would have an advantage in that case. So they wanted to rage into snap that. Now I couldn't go in, so Deke and I were just chilling here waiting for that shit to go down. If you ever want tips on how to play this game hammered out of your mind, that's Keystone. We'll help you out. Help me out there. That was easy trouble. He jump forward, switch to the fan. It's almost like We probably should have gotten some heals there, but Scattergun Roulette was jump forward. You never know what scattergun he's going to use. He probably ended up using, I think, the stock scattergun, the fan, and the soda popper at different points during this match. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised at all if he did. I know he started with the stock scattergun. And obviously there he was using the fan. I believe we had where they ended up scripting in. Got their demo down. That's the other thing too, like, as an engineer, like, your life really isn't that particularly important. And if you can run up into the face of a crit's demo, a crit's heavy, you might as well not even try, but a crit's demo, and you make him focus you can essentially waste that crit. So that demo didn't know, like, whether he should have been focusing me. Look, I have an unusual outfit. How many people get that? That demo didn't know if he should be focusing me or going through the combo, so he was kind of, you know, back and forth. I'll get rid of this shenanigans. Maybe that'll help? Or no, it won't. Whatever. I'm gonna have an unusual effect on my outfit for the entire game. Yeah, you really want to push into their team when they crit, especially if they crit the demo, because you can distract them, and, you know, in that case it worked out pretty well, because they weren't able to just freely push out. Their medic ended up going down, and I was able to, you know, quickly finish off the demo. There's Scout. Soldier. I didn't even get to mid. Way later. I remember having, this is like a derp fest with their engineer. For whatever reason, it took forever to hit him. Got their Engie. See, that time they were a lot more aggressive, which is what they did, I think, in that round that we ended up rolling straight through the last. I don't remember what happened, but I remember we weren't able to push far ahead as we would have liked to. So we kind of had to just stack point and wait. I don't think they got our medic. I think we ended up losing heavy or something. I don't remember. But yeah, it was cold that, you know, we weren't gonna. Usually we can try and just roll through. Burn got a nice reflect kill. This was infuriating. I was kind of stuck. Figured I would just die, and I was hoping that someone would help me finish off this heavy, but nobody did until right afterwards. I think I got him down to like 13 health, which also sucks. It really is so aggravating when you hit like when someone kills you and you find out that they were actually at like 3 health when you die, and you're like, wow, had my aim been slightly better or the game given me, you know, one more bullet hit, he probably would have died. But it happens. This is where I forgot. I was like, shit, I need to put up a teleporter.
Teleporter going up.
And I completely forgot. Yeah. Lots of walking. And a lot of people actually have been asking me why Ropeburn and I switched on Engineer, especially because Ropeburn is a very, very good engineer. Quite honestly, I didn't really want to play Pyro anymore. I actually was recruited on this team last season to back up primarily as an engineer. Again, they pop crits. I want to walk into them. Missing all the kinds of shots on the medic. Did 100, and as you can see there, I ended up doing like 129 damage to the medic, and I wasn't able to hit him in all that traffic. I really should have been able to, but I wasn't. It happened. But yeah, Ropeburn and I ended up switching because I really didn't want to play Pyro anymore. I find the class horribly boring to play. That, and I wasn't particularly great at it either. I just, you know, I was a competent Pyro. I knew how to spy check, and I had decent aim with both the flare gun and the shotgun. But it just wasn't my cup of tea particularly. I was kind of happy to be done with it. And Ropeburn wanted to play something other than Engineer, and we were like, "You want to switch?" So we did. I'm not sure what their demo was doing there, because their team was not even in this little shack place. Can't tell whether the like fire thing is really cool or really annoying. I wasn't doing that in the game either, which I find odd. I thought Raging was gonna get the backstab on this to be there, and I was gonna be able to push into the medic, but it didn't work out. But once again, they ended up using a lot of their crits to take down an Engineer, and anytime that I can make them use their crits on me, that's a victory. It really is, because that's not a pick you can push into. That's not a pick that helps you gain ground. Picking the engineer, it's just kind of, it's nice because you don't have to worry about mini sentries as much, but at the same time, it's not. Ooh, this is another time where my router was going really bad, and I believe we had to pause here. Yeah, this is where we had to pause, because I was like, yo, I can't do this. We're about to push into med. Push into last. Yeah, we paused here. We'll be pausing. Shouldn't be that long. I'm pretty sure it was only like a minute and a half. Cosine apparently crafting. There we go. That's 100. OV 70. Yeah, this is kind of what the first half looked like for me, a bit. It wasn't quite this bad. So I think that's kind of why my first half demo ended up getting all screwed up. I mean, it might not be. All I know is that I tried to play my first half demo like 2 or 3 times, and it crashed my game every time. Yeah, look at this lag. It's beautiful. We had a lot of people. We were there. We were going to try and have our combo push on the right and hope to sneak in a couple of classes on the left. But again, just watching the flanks, doing my job. Keystone and I usually were together on the flanks, just kind of chilling, waiting either for an entry pick or something to happen. They didn't really keep too many people up front, so it was really, they were very, very passive on last. They rarely sent people even in this front room up here, on the right. They would occasionally poke out, but not enough that we could get enough. Yeah, jump forward, switch the soda popper there. And they pop crits. I got hit by that sticky. Cosine, I think it's some big damage. Oh no, that was later. He ended up like finishing off the sentry with his needle gun, with the overdose. So, yeah, I think at that point we thought we weren't going to be able to push, but if you watch the kill feed, Scholar and X ended up just taking out half their team by themselves. So that always works, and I mean, and that's sometimes how you have to push. Foundry last, I suppose. To just kind of have everything fall to shit, and then just have your demo and heavy wipe 8 of their players. Yeah, sorry I didn't get the first half in, where it probably would have been more interesting because I did a bunch of different things, with the Wrangler and all that crap. But that's what I can give you. So, it was Crew, match against DAT. Thanks for watching.